If you are constantly checking your phone for message that never comes, if you replay conversation in your head, wondering if you said too much or not enough, if your mind is always somewhere else, thinking about that goal, that one thing you just can't let go of, Queen, you are not obsessed. You are just running. You are running from the silence. You are running from the heaviness. You are running from the life you don't want to sit still with. Because facing your own life, that takes courage. And obsessing over someone or something else, that's just a perfect distraction. But I need you to hear this today. You can't keep trying to fix your life by hyper focusing on everything outside of you. Because the truth is, until you face what is broken within, the obsession will only grow and your peace will always feel just out of reach. So today, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the obsession that is really just a cover up and the healing that starts when you stop running.
احسب أن الدين بعيد عن حب وحياة وبهجرك للدين ستحيا تعشق ما.
Assalamu alaikum, my limitless queens. You are all welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, my name is Zainab, but you can call me Z for short. Here we talk about all things faith, self-care, self-love, confidence and personal growth, while embracing a balanced Muslimah lifestyle that is pleasing to Allah. If that resonates with you, please subscribe, turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Today's video is a little raw because I'm not here to sugarcoat you. I am here to tell you the truth that your heart has been longing for. The truth that has been whispering but your mind has been avoiding. You think you are obsessed with a man, with your glow up, with the next level of your success. But deep down, you are not chasing those things because you want them. You are clinging to them because you are afraid to look at what is really going on inside. That is not obsession, that is avoidance. In this video, we are going deep into the illusion, the emotional weight, and the real reason why your mind won't stop racing. I am going to help you come back home to your life, your identity, and most importantly, your Lord. So grab your journal, light your candle, and get cozy because this isn't just a video, it is a mirror. And by the end of this video, inshallah, my queen, I pray you finally feel safe enough to stop running. Let's begin. We live in a world that glamorizes obsession. Be obsessed with your goals, obsessed with the gym, obsessed with the dream man, your dream self. But let's be real. Obsession doesn't always mean dedication. Sometimes it means distraction, and sometimes it means pain. Let me tell you something that might sting a little. Your obsession isn't a sign of passion. It is a sign of avoidance. Let's break it down. That's why you can't stop thinking about the one who doesn't call back, who posts stories but never replies to yours. You are not obsessed with him. You are obsessed with how he made you feel when you felt seen. You are obsessed with what he represented. Validation, worth, proof that you are desirable. But what you are really doing is running from the part of you that still feel invisible when you are alone. And instead of sitting with the ache, you pour your energy into checking his page one more time or just making sure your glow up is loud enough for him to notice. You think it is love. No, it is not. It is survival. Now, let's look at it the other side. Some of you aren't obsessed with men. You are obsessed with becoming that soft girl, the high value woman, the 6-figure Muslimah. You consume content, you plan, you hustle, and to the outside world, it looks like ambition, but internally, it is anxiety. Because if you stop chasing for a second, the silence creeps in, and in that silence, you will have to admit something doesn't feel right inside. You would have to feel the emptiness you've been feeling with planners, goals, and productivity. My queen, your obsession is a mirror. Thank you. It is showing you what you think you lack. It is showing you what you don't want to confront. And it is trying to numb a pain that still hasn't been healed. Obsession gives the illusion of purpose. But it is not purpose. It is just performance. And here is the catch. Even if you get the man, even if you get the dream body, even if you reach the next level, you will still feel unfulfilled. Because you were never chasing those things from a place of wholeness. You were chasing them from a place of escape. That is why you feel exhausted. That is why your mind never stops. That is why no matter how much you do, it never feels like enough. Because obsession isn't love, it is a cage. And the saddest part, you are the one holding the key, but you are also the one refusing to use it. So ask yourself this: what am I calling the drive? That is really just distraction. What do I think I need to achieve or gain before I can finally feel safe being with myself? If these answers makes you uncomfortable, good. That means you are finally ready to stop running. And that brings us to what you are actually running from. Let's be honest, most of us aren't actually scared of failure. We are scared of facing ourselves when we finally slow down. You think your mind is obsessed because you are in love, or because you are driven, or because you are finally becoming R. But no, Queen, you are obsessed because deep down you are afraid of what you will feel if you stop and sit in silence. Let me say that again for the woman watching this while multitasking. You are not afraid of being alone. You are afraid of what will rise up in the silence. And what you are really running from is the pain that was never processed. That betrayal you buried because you didn't want to look weak. That heartbreak you spiritualized but never actually healed. That family owned, that childhood memory, that moment you decided, I will never let anyone see me broken again. You got up, you move on, you got stronger. But strength doesn't mean healed. And now your obsession is just a scar tissue covering a wound you never treated. The fear of being unchosen. Some of us are not chasing love. You are chasing proof that you are lovable. You don't want a relationship. You want evidence that someone will finally choose you. You want reassurance that you are worthy. But instead of building that worth from within, you chase people, platforms, aesthetics, or outcome that might validate it for you. And the problem is, people can feel it when you are clinging. And when they pull away, it confirms your worst fear that maybe you are just not enough. But my queen, you were never meant to be chosen by people to believe you matter. You were already chosen by the one who created you. Allah says in the Quran, indeed, we have certainly created man in the best of stature. Your obsession is robbing you of that truth, the loss of self. Many women today don't even know who they are without the chase, without the relationship, without the version of themselves that is always doing something. So when life slows down, they feel empty because they have built their world on motion, not meaning. And it is terrifying to admit that I don't know who I am without all this noise. But Queen, stillness isn't the enemy, it is the invitation. Stillness is where clarity lives. Stillness is where you finally hear your heart again. Stillness is where Allah speaks to the soul, but you'll be drowning it with obsession and calling it ambition, or worse, calling it healing. Your spiritual disconnection. This one hurts, but it is necessary. Some of you are running from your relationship with Allah. You pray sometimes, you make dua when things feel heavy, but you are not spiritually grounded. So instead of going inward and upward, you go outward, into TikToks, into situationships, into building a life that looks healed instead of actually being healed. And let's be real, you are scared to come back to Allah because shame is loud, because you think He is mad at you, because you think you've drifted too far. But listen closely, my queen. Allah is never distant. You are. And all it takes is one sincere tone, one whisper of Ya Allah, I miss you, and it washes back to you with mercy you didn't even know was waiting. You are not obsessed. You are spiritually thirsty. And no man, no status, no glow up can even quench that. So what are you really running from? The grief that never got grieved? The little girl in you who still feels rejected? The silence that reminds you of everything you've lost? The distance between you and Allah that your heart can't unfeel? But Queen, running won't fix it. Running only deepens the ache. And the longer you avoid the truth, the louder your obsession will become. That constant thinking is not romance. It's your soul screaming for reconnection. And now that you know what you are really avoiding, let's talk about what it is costing you. Avoidance feels easier. Obsession feels familiar, but both are costing you something precious, your peace. You don't even realize what your mind and body are losing constantly by staying in survival mode. And the price, it is deeper than exhaustion. Let me show you what it is really costing you. One, your ability to be present. You are physically here, but mentally everywhere else. You miss the taste of your own tea. You forgot the softness of your solar. You don't hear your own laughter anymore because you are not living. You are mentally orbiting a version of life that doesn't even exist. You are always waiting for the message, the answer, the moment something finally makes sense. But Queen, life is passing you by. And no obsession is what's missing the actual life Allah has given you right now. 2. Your connection with Allah. When your heart is constantly occupied by someone or something else, your soul becomes too noisy to receive His peace. You sit down to pray, but your mind wanders. You open the Quran, but your heart feels disconnected. You want to feel close to Him again, but you keep choosing temporary comfort over eternal healing. Allah says, indeed, in the remembrance of Allah, do heart find rest. But how can your heart find rest in Him when it is still chasing something that was never meant to hold your soul? Obsession fills your hands, but it empties your spirit. 3. Your identity when you obsess over becoming her, or winning Him back, or proving your worth. You lose sight of who you already are. Your uniqueness starts to fade. Your voice becomes an echo of others. Your confidence becomes dependent on outcomes. And you know what that does? It makes you easier to manipulate, easier to impress, easier to break. Because if your identity is built on something outside of you, it will always be fragile. Queen, you weren't created to chase identity. You were created to be rooted in it for your emotional safety. Obsession is like giving someone or something a remote control to your nervous system. When they text, you feel high. When they ghost, you spiral. When your goal is near, you are confident. When it delays, you feel like a failure. That is not peace. That is emotional instability dressed in false passion. And you deserve better than life that constantly tosses you between enough and not enough. You deserve emotional freedom. 5. Your healing timeline. Every time you avoid your reality, you delay your recovery. It's like putting a band-aid on a deep wound and expecting it to heal on its own. No, Queen. Healing requires attention. It requires facing things that hurt. It requires surrender. The more you delay, the longer it will take for you to feel all again. And I need you to understand something clearly. Healing doesn't happen because time passes. Healing happens when you finally stop running. So let me ask you, how long are you going to let your life be run by something you don't even want to look at? How long will you chase distraction while your soul is begging for death? The obsession, the avoidance, the running, it is costing you. But it is not too late to come home. And let's talk about how you can do that. Coming back to your life. Here's the truth no one tells you. You don't need to fight your obsession. You need to understand it. Because underneath the obsession is something sacred. A heart that longs to be at peace. A woman who is tired of pretending. A soul that wants to come home. So how do you stop running? How do you come back to your life when you've been mentally absent for so long? Here is our Queen, step by step. Step 1, get radically honest with yourself. Healing starts with truth. And the truth is, you are not okay. You've been performing okay. You've been looking okay, but your heart, it is overwhelmed. So first, sit with your reality. Don't filter it. Don't pretty it up. Ask yourself, who or what have I been obsessing over? What emotion am I avoiding when I distract myself with that obsession? When did I start believing that this was what I needed to feel worthy? Write it out. Cry it out. Talk to Allah about it. Not in perfect Arabic. In your rawest, most honest language. Say, Ya Allah, I don't know how to fix this, but I don't want to run anymore. That is where healing begins. Step 2, reclaim your attention. Where your attention goes, your life follows. If you keep checking his page, you stay attached. If you keep fantasizing about the life, you stay disconnected from your life. If you keep binging content that triggers compassion, you lose touch with your own beauty. Start pulling your energy back. Mute who you need to mute. Put your phone in another room. Replace scrolling with silence. Take your eyes off them and put your eyes back on you. Your life deserves your attention more than your obsession does. Step 3, rebuild your rhythm with Allah. You won't find peace in the dunya, queen. Peace is in connection, and that connection starts with your Lord. You are tired because your soul is tired. You are spiraling because your faith has been running on empty. So make a gentle, intentional return. Not perfect, just present. Make wudu and pray 2 rakah of tawbah. Open the Quran. Let one ayah sit in your heart. Say astaghfirullah, even if you don't know what you are repenting for. Say, Ya Allah, I miss you, even if it's been months. The soul that remembers Allah will always find its way back to itself. You don't need more content. You need more Quran. You don't need more validation. You need more decree. Step 4, tend to your body and your nervous system. Obsession isn't just mental, it is physical. Your body stores the anxiety. Your chest tightens, your sleep gets disrupted, your nervous system is always on alert. So give your body peace too. Go for walks without your phone. Do deep breathing after every salah. Practice grounding. Touch the earth. Stretch. Drink water slowly. Slow down your mornings. Start with dua, not dopamine. Don't underestimate this. The calmer your body becomes, the less control your obsession has over you. Step 5, redirect your energy toward becoming, not chasing. Here is what I want you to remember. You don't need to chase love, success, or healing. You need to become the version of you that attracts those things naturally instead of obsessing over it. Over why he hasn't come back. Why is she ahead of you? Why you are not where you thought you would be. Pour that same energy into refining your solar, taking care of your home and heart, deepening your knowledge of who you are in Allah's eyes, becoming the most all radiant, soft but grounded version of you. Not for attention, not for clout, not to prove anything, but because this version of you has peace, and peace is priceless. You can't walk into your next chapter still holding on to the old one, so you need to release it. If it's the man, make sincere dua, Ya Allah, if this isn't written for me, take it out of my heart and replace it with something better. If it is the outcome, say, Ya Allah, I trust your plan over my pressure. If it is identity, say, Ya Allah, I'm done performing. Help me become. Your life can't bloom in clenched fists. Let's go. Not because you stopped caring, but because you've finally started caring for yourself more. My queen, you are not broken. You are not behind. You are not doomed to live in circles of obsession forever. You are just being called back to your life. And that call is from the one who created you, the one who says, and when my servants ask you about me, indeed I am near. I respond to the call of the caller when he calls upon me. You haven't missed your moment. This is your moment. It is time to return to your life, to your soul, to your Lord, and to the woman you were always meant to be. Finally, you made it here, queen. You didn't skip the hard truth. You didn't click out when it got heavy. You are still here, and that means something sacred. You are ready to come back to your life. You are willing to let go of what hurts. You are open to becoming the version of yourself that Allah always knew you could be. So let's anchor that in your heart. Say these words out loud. Whisper them to your heart. Write them down. Feel them. I am safe to let go. What is for me cannot be taken. What leaves me wasn't meant for my soul. I am no longer shrinking to be choosing. I don't have to chase love or obsess over proving myself. I am already enough. I gave myself permission to stop performing. My softness, my silence, my rest are holy. I don't have to earn rest. I deserve it. I choose peace over obsession. I will no longer sacrifice my peace for someone else's presence. I come back to myself gently. Even if I've been gone a long time, I am still welcome home. I return to Allah again and again. His mercy never runs out. My worth is safe with Him. Take some time with these, my limitless screens. Whether it is 10 minutes after Fajr or 20 minutes before bed, write your heart out. What have I been obsessing over? What is it I'm trying to avoid? What do I become when I stop chasing and start healing? What does the most peaceful version of me look like, feel like, or live life? What areas of my life needs my attention the most right now? What will my life look like if I choose Allah over anxiety every single day? Your next chapter begins with clarity. Remember, obsession is a symptom, not your identity. If you saw yourself in this video, that doesn't mean you are broken. It means your heart is craving something deeper. It means your soul is sensitive enough to notice when it is out of alignment. So instead of judging yourself, start tending to yourself. Instead of spiraling, sit still. Instead of chasing, reflect. Instead of seeking closure from people, seek clarity from Allah. This is how we rise. You were never meant to live small. You were never created to be addicted to people, to love, or to outcomes. You were created to walk in your purpose, to deepen your relationship with your Lord, to nurture your peace like it is the most sacred things you own, because it is. Lastly, Queen, I am proud of you for showing up today. I am proud of you for letting go even if it hurts. And I am proud of you for choosing to heal when no one claps for it. This is real growth. This is your glow up. This is what becoming limitless looks like. And if this video hits your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with other limitless queen who needs this today. And I'll see you in the next one, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
أحسب أن الدين بعيد عن حب وحياة وبه